our leaders don't even care about optics anymore. They do whatever the hell they want, and they don't care. They don't care how that makes them look. They say whatever the hell they want, even if it incites violence. Now, maybe countries in Europe and wherever in UAE, they have their issues. But we don't have politicians. We don't have people like Murkomen and Oscar Sudi who say violent things when they take to the stand. Yeah. The other day, we had Murkomen speaking at a certain funeral and saying, all these people who are saying Ruto must go, we need to be very careful. Ruto isn't going anywhere. In 2005, Kibaki wasn't liked. In 2007, see, he just entered office.
Yeah.
Now, any Kenyan would understand the implication of such a statement, because we all know how Kibaki got into power in 2007. So basically, our Minister of Interior, by the way, don't think I don't get scared when I say these things. Oh my goodness. I hope this is not going to be like your feature clip.
No.
Like, let it be something that you'd have to watch this podcast.
Yeah, the whole clip. Yeah.
Please.
I'll pick the safe zones because I'm just trying to eat and survive and enjoy all the things that are happening around.
I'm not saying anything except that's what he said, and the political implications of that means, honestly, let me just say it. It means they don't care what they have to do to keep this guy in power in the upcoming election. If people have to die, so be it. Like, by the time a Minister of Interior says that, and every time they come out, they threaten. You have the Chief of Defense Forces. The Chief of Defense Forces is the governor, is the president. But you have, senior people in KDF saying, "Watu wa Ruto must go wachunge."
But also, now also
we have people like Oscar Sudi saying, and I quote, "Kama ni kuiba 2027 tutaiba." So yes, okay, no country is perfect, but here we are really hitting an all-time low.
But I want to respond also again. And also remember, I think it's very unfortunate because most of the leaders and people who are elected in position, and, even when somebody at times because I don't want to mention names, I do love my life, so I'm not mentioning names, but I want to say, no, relax. I'm just saying this way. Like, just look at even from the last lot of people who are elected, we have people who are comedians elected as politicians. We have musicians. We have musicians. I'm just saying, and you look at the other guy who smokes weed when posting videos talking about the vixens he wants. But, okay, we have the
And this is what I was talking about on Fixing the Nation, actually.
Okay, hold on. We have the two ladies who are wrestling. Was it on Anini? The two Somali girls who are wrestling, women who are wrestling on Parliament grounds? I saw that. Wajir.
But fights inside Parliament buildings are common.
No. It's common, but that was so outrageous because, remember, again, we still say we do hold women at a slightly higher pedestal. Because even the last time we saw a fist fight of male MPs, and the way they are super aggressive, rolling on the ground, Nini. I can't remember, but it even looked like a skit. But I'm just saying, look at all a majority of the people who are elected, if they're put in those positions, and then when you hear somebody talk, and then they say something that's maybe crossing the line, insensitive, these people do not have those qualifications to be in those positions. But unfortunately, that's what we have. And I also said, the last time, these are the best representatives people claim are from their sections of where they were voted in. So it's unfortunate, but just look around. If we were to replace people, we would replace everybody, but still we would have a very hard time picking people who can speak in front of people with proper language, not incite violence, be sensitive. We really don't have those people in positions even.
No, I think those people are on the ballot. Actually, I've interacted with, in my time getting into this space, the civil society space, I've interacted with a lot of people who contended for office independently. And of course, they just didn't get time of day. And this is why I was saying this is exactly what I was talking about on Fixing the Nation. And I really invite anybody, just go and watch my submission for Shika Mike.
Okay.
Because we have a political system that rewards criminals. Yeah. And this is because politics, and my dad always tells me this. My dad tells me a lot of things, but this is one thing he says that whenever I say people always agree with. If you want to be like a really, really rich person, like a billionaire, multimillionaire in this here Kenya,
For sure.
you know which industry you have to go into?
Politics.
Yeah, and I've called it an industry.
Yeah.
If you see someone make a bag today, the first thing they think is, now I have made 150 million shillings doing this deal.
Yeah.
Now let me run for MP so that this money doesn't end. So I'll finance my campaign with this 150M, but of course that's not enough. I go and I look for someone to finance, and then I give out handouts, I run a very dirty campaign, I get into office, and then I just stay rich and I stay there. We have politicians. Our women's rep Nairobi has been this her third term. Esther Passaris.
Wait, she's been in for 3 terms.
This is her third term.
Okay, now. And
So
even
you
if I was to ask you, you think she's doing a good job?
No,
But you see, like, just think about, like,
But
if we were to pick somebody
I didn't
else.
finish.
Oh, okay.
So when it comes to picking other people, the problem is that we need, first of all, a political funding, campaign funding system that makes it not a game of money, right? We need to make politics accessible to real change makers, because people with real ideas, people with real policies in their heads don't have billions to fund campaigns, number one. Number two, we need serious vetting systems, because as an honest candidate, how am I expected to run against someone who has no qualms? Like, they are willing to murder, they are willing to steal, they are willing to kidnap. How are you supposed to run against such a person? You can't beat them.
Tricky.
It's like if you tell me to write a book report on 200 books, 200 book reports. You I give you the books like this, I give you ChatGPT. Like there's no winning that, right? So we need that. And then on top of that, we need civic education. We need to go out to people and tell them, hey, and this is another controversial thing I said on Shika Mike.
Is that still in school? Because it used to be
Civic
there.
education,
Or
no,
it's not
I don't
anymore.
think it's in school.
I think that's like one of the biggest blunders
Exactly.
that we're doing right
so
now.
you can't be like, echoes of war. And you don't even have a civic education program within school.
That needs to be there, because we used to have it.
But I don't know, actually with the new CBC system, I don't know. But when I was in school, we didn't have it.
That's crazy. That's wild to me. Because like, I think for us, we knew about the structures. Even if you were to ask me about, like, it was like DC, DO, all those things.
But by civic education, okay, that's civic education. Let me talk about
and with
also
like the political structure. It was there. It was there in school. It was. It really was in school.
And not just in schools, but just like also outside, like at those grassroots levels, people need to understand that just because I've come and I've given you 500 today, tomorrow, if you elect me into office, I will forget about you and you will not have water in this village of yours.
True.
You will die. And the next time rains come, they'll carry you. And I won't even say sorry.
That's
true. So, and that's why I was saying on Shika Mike, I was talking about the concept of cool affair. And we were saying, yes, it's unethical. Never accept a handout from a politician. But when you're going to the grassroots, you need to understand the people you're dealing with. So you might as well tell them, it's okay, see, I'm a party 500.
Oh, you take it and then you make the right
what
decision.
What happens at the ballot is between you and that piece of paper.
Yeah, true.
So let's try and rally behind more independent candidates and smaller political parties. We need to break away from ODM. We need to break away from UDA. We need to break away from KANU. Let's look at smaller civic, grassroots political parties, if we have political parties at all, and endorse individual candidates. Let me tell you, there is no real change we are going to make in this Kenya if we don't get the right people into office.
I have a follow-up. And, take time before you answer it, right? So you remember last time I asked you, like, would you be interested into getting into politics and representing the people? Is your stance still the same? You're not sure whether you'd want to, so that I can do like a now second question and then you can respond. Are you still interested in getting into politics to represent people? Maybe Nairobi women's rep. Come on, you even literally right now you can do a better job than her. True or false?
True.
Exactly. So now my other question or maybe statement would be, it would be unfortunate if we want all those changes Yet people who have strong voices, they would have a plan and they have no ulterior motives or agenda, and they're still pure, they're not corrupted. People like you, if you don't get in those positions to make this change, then we will have another comedian, another musician, or another crazy rapper put in position, and we will still be complaining about the same thing. Because, like, I will tell you honestly, like last time, people trashed me on social media because I didn't go to vote. And my main reason I was telling people is like, I just don't see any person who will represent.
I hope you don't make that mistake again
No, no,
next
no, no,
time.
no. But here's the thing, I explained it. And I remember like even going to buy bread at the time where I was staying. And then the shopkeeper was like, hey, wait, hauja nini? Hauja piga kura? And then I was like, no, 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 I'm going tomorrow.
But you knew you weren't going.
Of course. So I had to go home and put like a felt pen and just rub it
Shame
on my.
on you.
No, no. But hey,
fraud.
I was tired of questions because everybody's like, you haven't. But I was looking at the lineup of everyone, and then I was like, honestly speaking, I don't even feel right picking any name. That's how crazy it was. But I'm just thinking like now, if we have people with nice nice motives and agendas in place, people who are young, if you say you don't want to get into politics and make those changes, then who are we supposed to need? It's the next rapper we're going to take.
So to that, let me say this.
Yeah.
No, I still don't have aspirations for public office. but, and I'm telling you, I've spent some time now in the CSO space and I'm starting to understand those candidates are there. They are there and they are going to show up on the next ballot.
Okay.
So it's now about identifying them, rallying behind them, and offering them support.
Okay.
Now that's where I come in. You know, my political aspirations are more on the side of management, logistics,
Diplomacy.
Those are the kind of things. I don't know about diplomacy. I don't know if I'm very like impartial. But that's what I find interesting in the political process. That's like a career aspiration of mine. Okay. Of course, it would have to be a candidate that I fully endorse, you know. But yeah. The other thing I would